I couldn't imagine anybody else doing this. It's like the one thing I loved, and it was in Tony's writing, and Emma really wanted her as well, is this dance between the humor and the drama. And I can't think of anybody that can do it better. And like, dramatically, she's amazing, and she's so accessible and just moving to watch. And she's also like our Lucille Ball of our generation, but she has both. So it's this unbelievable delight as a director that there's really nothing you can't do with her. And she's such good instincts on both the comedic level and where to land the drama, and it's just a joy all the time. And she also, which was great on the set too, it's like we had the freedom that she could be spontaneous and improvise, and the other actors were great with that as well. So we would get these little bonuses and these gems of, when she gets to know her characters, just leaning into that. The amazing thing, I've always been a huge fan of Emma Thompson, and she's got such a career behind her. But in a strange way, this is like a side of her that I hadn't seen before. And to see her playing this Baroness who is so formal and proper and almost like rigid and intense and fierce in a way, and all done with such restraint. It was a character that she was having a lot of fun with, and it was really, it wasn't, I wouldn't say a surprise because she's such a brilliant actress, but to see another thing in her arsenal that I wasn't familiar with was just a delight to see this character come to life and just grow and really be a scene stealer. It's all emotionally motivated in terms of Estella to Cruella. There's the first journey of she thinks she's been told of what she believes is the right thing to do in life and the way that you're supposed to behave. And it's actually a conflict with who she is as a person in the sense of what she's going after. She doesn't think within the lines. And she's growing up in a world that wants her to behave within the lines and not question things and not challenge things. So she, for a while, is going against her instincts. And that's where she really suffers the most. And it's not until she really leans into who she is as a person, and regardless of the repercussions, that she really starts to thrive. And that's partly what the Cruella side of her is. The part of that she leans into it for, the motivations, unfortunately, are kind of dark and sinister. That's when she really needs that superpower that she has, with her talent. So that's where it gets complex, and her character gets interesting. Fashion was omnipresent in this film, and in the beginning when we were trying to figure out who could do this job, amazingly we got our Academy Award previous winner Jenny Bevan, who I couldn't have been more excited about. Hadn't seen obviously Mad Max Fury Road, and she'd done everything from Sherlock Holmes. She's done it all, and we had such a tall order with this show that I couldn't think of anybody more appropriate for it, and she absolutely nailed it. And it was kind of astonishing at times because she came in with not much time, honestly, and the amount of outfits that she had to figure out, and they really had to be a statement. And I know she even said it herself, this film was actually much more complex from the costume side, because not only were we doing characters and having to create characters with costume, they were both fashion designers, so they both needed their whole fashion line that I knew the audience would be very critical about. And it has the risk of taking you out of the movie. So in some ways, we spent more time on the fashion lines than the actual characters, because that's something she's been doing forever. And so trying to figure out what could we do that felt both current and of the time, and didn't take you out of the film, and people's critical eye wouldn't be like losing faith in our characters and their performances. It was a tall order, and she absolutely delivered. Immediately when it was 1970s London, it's a wealth of music going on in that period, and I knew there would be a lot of music in this. It helps set up the setting of where we are, and the time period. Being able to play the Clash, coming into some of these scenes, and Blondie, and Like it's like all that stuff that we're striving for with the sort of the attitude and that punk nature, we get to lean into there. And I also just love music and songs in the sense of like the juxtaposition. It's very much a Scorsese thing you'd see where you're putting songs against scenes that you don't expect. And it takes it to a different level, like where you're seeing something that feels like it's emotional and there's something kind of aggressive against it, something that's a little chaotic, and then we have something that feels sweet and light, you know. And it sort of throws the perception, and I love doing that within the film. It's like, I think we end up having like 48 songs in the range. You know, we've got Doris Day to the Doors and Queen, and it's literally all over the map. And there was actually a sense of playfulness that we leaned into with the Baroness, with, you know, I Get Ideas and Perhaps, and that again is going against her sinister nature, and I like that light touch that we had. And it was just so much fun with Cruella's character that she's, you know, fully ingrained in this punk sensibility, and there's so much music to be had for that.